All right. Good morning. Good afternoon, Power Warriors, Solar Warrior Tribe, and all friends of Power. Today is Tuesday, July 11th, and this is our Tuesday team training we do every week. Everybody is welcome. Hope you guys are doing great. We have a lot of exciting announcements and updates to share with you today. And masterclass is tomorrow. And Power just soft launched in Hawaii. So we will be talking about that here in a few minutes as well, what to expect and what to know about the Hawaii soft launch. And the summer sales contest is in full effect. We also have Jim Bunch's Happy, Healthy, Wealthy. So there's a lot of amazing things going on right now, especially with Power. And there's a lot of crazy things going on in the solar industry as well. So we're going to dive right into it today. We usually like to kick this off with some success stories. Now, a success story, if you just say, 2 installs last week, that's great. Maybe tell us how you got one of them. I met this person in a BNI group, or I was door knocking, or I got an ambassador and I got this lead and now I just had my install, or any sort of success story or win, especially for those newer people with Power in the last few months. If you want to share, don't be shy. And you can also type them in the chat as well. So let me see if there's any hands raised or anyone wants to come off of mute and share a success story. We'll do 3 or 4 shares. So Fitzgerald, thanks for raising your hand. Why don't you come off of mute?
Thanks for having us, everybody. It's a little bit of a personal win, but it's a massive win because this past week, I successfully did the thing that I was terrified of doing and moved 16 hours from Massachusetts to Illinois on this 13-acre property that I have been planning and preparing for the past 3 months for. We did the whole thing in one burst, and we're getting this brand new life set together. I feel like I'm 110 pounds lighter for having done the thing that was so towering to me. And I just have all of this momentum and excitement and joy. It's like stretched out tight like a bowstring and ready to go.
Love it. That's awesome. I'm sure you're going to crush Illinois and find some homeowners out there. I know Tony Denner, and I know there's a market development call, and we got a few professionals. I know we got a new installer out there, a bigger coverage area out there. So thanks for the share, Fitzgerald. Appreciate it. All right, Tracy, love to hear from you, Tracy.
Hey, good morning, everyone. I do have a couple of little wins. I had my second install to my neighbor down the street, which was really great. Went perfectly. I put a little placard in his lawn saying that he went solar, so that was really great. My second big one was my BNI group. I got a referral to host a presentation for realtors and brokers. And I just want to give a shout out to John Bomness. I think he's on here, Jared and Cynthia. They really helped me put together like an awesome presentation to show. And I really love how everyone just kind of came together. And it was last minute. I was super nervous, but the presentation went awesome. And thank you everyone for helping me put that together.
Well done, Tracy. That is killer. The fact that you're in BNI networking, you use BNI to help facilitate a training to a room of realtors and professionals. That's the key, guys. If you want to build your business, get to tier 3, get ambassadors, maybe get a few teammates, use BNI. Love it, Tracy.
Thank you.
All right, let's go ahead and see Charles. What would you like to share, sir?
Good morning, guys. My success story would be I got a lead, which I've been working on, a realtor. He's a British realtor as well. I joined the Torrey Pines Men's Golf Club, and I've kind of used that as a networking opportunity. Met another British guy. He's a realtor for Compass. I've been playing golf with him probably every 2 weeks. I get around in with him. And he just gave me my first lead, and I've probably been working on that for about 4 months. We're also looking to set up a British American Business Council here in San Diego. There is one in Orange County that I've attended a few golf tournaments at. So me and him are kind of championing that to set that up and partner with other British entrepreneurs out here.
Beautiful, Charles. That's amazing. So we have to play golf in San Diego. Is that what you're saying? To be successful?
100%, maybe around September, whenever the event is.
That's great.
I'm
Awesome.
in.
That's right, Bill. All righty. Thank you, Charles. Would we like to do one more share? Any Anthony, Texas, Cynthia, Rick, Bills, Danny? Who wants to share something? Let's do
Okay.
one.
Sure.
Oh, okay.
Cynthia, then Bill. Go for it.
I sold a couple deals over the last weekend and then I have one signing today. Yay.
Woo, NEM 3
NEM
We-
3 deals. It's finally ramping up.
finally ramping up. Charles talked on the mentor Monday call yesterday about this. JC talked about it last Wednesday on the market development call. So if you want to listen to him, go to the California Market Spotlight page and coverage maps and knowledge base. But yeah, NEM 3.0, we all did a bunch of business in Q1 and it's time to ramp back up. And we're seeing it. We're seeing Owen Carey just closed 3 deals over the weekend. Cynthia's closing deals and we have to come back strong. Thank you, Cynthia. Nice work. What's up, Bill?
Yay, John. I'm glad you're out on the islands there, buddy. I closed a NEM 3 deal last week with a Franklin 13.6 battery. It's a perfect solution. I'm telling you that solar is better than ever in California. And
That's right.
that's the attitude that I have, and I firmly believe it. And now the way things are and the way that we can configure is that's not talk. I mean, it's really, we can do good things for people right now with NEM 3.0. Also had a very dear friend, I just completed an install last week for about a 16 kW system. And it was pretty cool because we got to the install and the original site surveyor had thought they could do the tie-in at the sub panel, and it wasn't going to happen. And this main panel is across the street, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, the install partner I had was able to, on the fly, redesign the plans, get it done so that I don't know, it was 2 days later, was able to come back and do the install, which was just awesome. I mean, a pretty good size system. It's a little bit extra money out of my pocket because I'll end up paying for it, but it's okay because dear friend taking good care of them. And it's just you just staying on top of your installs. I would highly encourage all of you who have a possible opportunity locally, wherever you are, if you're doing installs, to be on top of those things because it's construction. Things can go sideways.
Absolutely. Good reminder, Bill. Thank you for the share there. And yeah, if you have time to go to your installs and cloverleaf and pass out flyers, put a yard sign like Tracy and talk to the crew, bring them Gatorade. Some of you bring them pizza. I mean, these are activities. If you're in the first few years of solar, like these are non-negotiables. You also go back 3, 4, 6 months later and do a bill review. And you go over their bill and you ask for referrals. And so more important than ever for all these activities. All righty. Thank you guys for the share. Thank you, ladies. We're going to keep this moving here. And let me go ahead and share my screen. Let's mute out Miguel. All right. And as I mentioned, Tom Cotter is moving. He's transitioning from house to house, so he can't be on. I believe Jarrett's in Puerto Vallarta. So you have me today and a whole bunch of other trainings this week. So we had a lot of success stories shared, and congratulations to all the people on this leaderboard. There's about 7 weeks left in the summer sales contest. And ladies and gentlemen, it's really anyone's game right now. Like you could literally get on the top 30 here with 6 or 7 personal deals. The 15 points per personal deal is gold. Okay. So whoever's going to be in the top 10 my guess is they're going to do it mostly with personal deals. So shout out to Ubaldo Torres on the team in New Jersey. Brian Oates is one of my brother's teammates as well. And a lot of different names here. You know, a Genesis is on my brother's team. Edgardo Gonzalez came on the leaderboard within just a week or two. So William Contreras as well, Joel Gossett in Florida, Daryl in Arizona, shout out to him, David Savaris in San Diego, and so many more names here. We're really seeing a shakeup with top sellers, top mentors, top recruiters. So it's really anyone's game, guys, for the summer sales contest. And here is a few of the numbers so far this month. So it's a little bit light, but a lot of people pulling 3, 2 personal deals here. We have a lot of ties going on for personal sales, recruiting. Shout out to Miguel this month already, almost one every day. He's building his team, recruiting different people with 7 recruits. Larry with 2 recruits, Mike Winter, Chris Brunasso, and Jonathan Brunasso has been crushing it this last month or 2 with recruits. So shout out to you guys. And of course, top tier 3 mentor closers. Anthony DePirio has been crushing it. New Jersey expert, building the business and closing mentor deals. And a few other names on here as well. So shout out to you all. As you guys may know, the Happy, Healthy, Wealthy 9-week is in full effect. And if you are in it, put it in the chat, or if you have any takeaways, what you're learning, share with everyone what they're missing out on. But I'm going to put the website and the Facebook group in the chat. So if you are a part of that, make sure you're in the Facebook group. And that's every Wednesday at 9 a.m. Pacific. And I'm not sure if anyone knows what the plan is tomorrow, because masterclass is at 9 a.m. tomorrow. So if anyone has an update on that. What's that, Bill?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was still off mute. Yeah, no, it's not happening tomorrow.
Okay, so tomorrow's on pause for the Happy, Healthy, Wealthy, and then it'll resume the following week. Perfect. And that's just a free, thing that Powur's paying Jim Bunch to do, which normally there's a price for everybody. So it's pretty awesome that being a member of Powur, we do get access to that. And Mentor Factory, I know I've said this a lot, guys. Downey, Southern California, 2 days, July 21st and 22nd. There literally is about 10 tickets left. That's not a salesy thing. It really is almost done. So Mentor Factory 2023, I'll put it in the chat here. You can fly in, drive in. It's going to be 2 days. A lot of motivation, a lot of speakers. We're going to have industry speaker Danny Pesci speaking, myself and JC, Jarrett McAllister, Zach Bach, Javier Rodriguez, and a few other heavy hitters, Jordan Shaw, and a gentleman, Mario, who's built multi-million-dollar business in the financial space as well. So it's going to be a great 2-day event. There is a ticket price, and there literally is about 10 tickets left. I've seen people go there, come out motivated, pick up a few nuggets, and one of my guys has had his best year since he attended this a year ago. So if you could close one deal and get motivated or recruit one person, would it be worth attending Mentor Factory? I'd highly consider it. And I'm super excited for Powur World. That's our in-person convention once a year. This one's going to be in San Diego, September 7th through 9th. And you can go to powurconvention.com here. The hotel rooms are going quick. So you want to book a room using the link and you get a discounted rate. I don't even know if there's king beds left anymore. There might only be double beds or queen beds left. So you really want to book the room now. And the prices do go up July 15th. So you have 3 to 4 days left to buy a ticket. Now it's only $199 if you're just looking to attend the convention itself. And that's 2.5 to 3 days worth of content and networking. This is again in San Diego, Coronado Island. There is a full-blown crazy awards gala, dinner, ceremony, talent show that is a $249, more than the convention, but that's going to be worth it to be at the gala as well. And that may have limited seating, so you may want to check that out sooner than later as well. And tomorrow is a really awesome master class. So we are going to do announcements, product launches. SPAN is a smart panel you can control from your phone, an app. I know Jordan Shaw has one. It's the future at home, and you can control your batteries, your electric vehicles. You can turn on and off your circuit breakers. This is going to give us a differentiator and a strategic advantage. I really believe the fact that we can offer a SPAN smart panel, maybe a battery, maybe an EV charger, plus the solar, even roofs as well. So that's going to be big. And you know what? Let me go ahead and pull up the Monday newsletter that we all read through. We're going to see a SPAN announcement. We have a new financing partner, SunGauge, some of the lowest monthly fees and dealer fees. So that's going to be announced tomorrow. Jonathan Budd is going to do his CEO announcement and go over the summer sales contest and review all the numbers from June. We're going to have some lead generation and sales boosting strategies. So that's tomorrow. So today is going to be brief, and we're really going to try to encourage you to attend as much as possible tomorrow. You can get access by going to powur.live, and you're going to get to hear from Chris, top producer, Mike Winter, top social media influencer, Joel Gossett, a top producer on the leaderboards from Florida. So it's going to be a great event tomorrow, again, from 9 to 12 Pacific. As always, future trainings. JC wasn't able to do his yesterday, but his are normally every single Monday at 10 a.m. Pacific right here. Take a screenshot or watch this recording to get access to this. I do want to make an announcement that we have opened up a office hour project review with my brother and ours badass project manager, Ashley, who's probably on here. And she's going to give 30-45 minutes of her time every Monday at 1 Pacific to just answer any project related questions. She knows how to look up city portals, permits. She knows how to contact some utilities. She's really skilled with California, but has general knowledge of all of our projects that Chris and I sell. And that's going to be available to you all 1 o'clock Pacific if you go to zoomwithcb.com for that. And then, of course, there's lease PPA trainings with Rachel. Melissa Dawson is doing a few enterprise trainings. And Cynthia, I think the Women of Power with Marisa and yourself is put on hold for the summertime. Is that right? So anyone that was attending that, I believe that's
just with the amount of trainings going on, we're going to try to help with the market development meetings, really trying to push people towards those meetings and this meeting. But we do expect to do some special training. So when we have some great content for you guys, we will announce that. And if you guys are subscribed to the newsletter, you'll get notifications.
Beautiful. Thank you for that. Yeah, I'd love to get you guys on, you gals on here, and definitely the market development meetings as well. If you're new, make sure to take Powur onboarding. It's never too late. Irene and her team leads a great onboarding every Thursday, and just tons more events on powurcalendar.com. August 16th at 10:30 a.m., there's a few of us that are running a Diamond Bar real estate event in Southern California. And you can go to mysolarbusiness.com for the Eventbrite, only if you're physically attending in person. So this is under the label of side hustle or profit from your solar referrals. This is for real estate industry, mortgage lenders, insurance specialists, financial advisors. This is for them to add solar. This is an event just to attract referral partners. And you all can build into this, okay? If you know any of those people in Southern California, you can talk to them about this event, share this graphic, and have them go to mysolarbusiness.com. And that is the Eventbrite for this side hustle, profit from your solar referrals. Again, it's August 16th. Doors open at 9:30. It'll go from about 10 to 12. It's at a grand ballroom in Diamond Bar Community Center with an amazing view. And it's really just to explain why solar and why they should partner with the best nationwide company and earn half the commission. Or if they don't even want to do that, they can get $1,000 referral. So it's going to be a great event. Again, you can all build into it. Invite your realtors, insurance, financial advisors, anyone looking for a side hustle or to profit from some solar referrals. And that's going to be amazing. And of course, I do want to share real quickly that I am still in Hawaii. So we just did a soft launch. And we are a few weeks away from getting the official license for Powur. Okay, so the permitting out here does take a long time, even for the solar projects. I mean, it can take weeks and weeks, if not, 2 months, 3 months sometimes, guys. So to get our license, Powur's license, because we like to have the GC license, it's more control. There's literally a whole process, and then there's a vote. And now the fact that we got to a vote this week is actually pretty epic. And so we should be a few weeks away from actually receiving the license. So it's a soft launch. In the meantime, you see in the picture here, this gentleman is Ryan Park. He's one of the VPs of Hawaii Unified. That's the installer that we chose to lock arms with and partner with, and they're going all in with. And Rhino is the owner of Hawaii Unified. So when you go to tag a tier 3 mentor and you put location Hawaii, there's about 6 or 7 tier 3s that do pop up. And Ryan Park is one of them. Rhino is another. And I think there's one other gentleman as well. So there's 3 or 4 key tier 3 mentors. And then if you do eventually want to sell out here in Hawaii, you will have to take a certification. So stay tuned for that in a few weeks. A special certification is coming. And it's just been a great time. So the branding for Hawaii is really a unique one. Powur made an exception to go under the brand Go Local Powur, because there's a few really important things to consider when doing solar out here. If we start blasting locals or flying in people to do door knocking blitzes, we are going to get trashed on social media. The locals are they literally chase people with guns and dogs. And if you can't pronounce the right street, if they ask you what high school you went to, you're done. If you're too light skinned, you're done. And so the community and the localness of Hawaii, guys, is very, very delicate. We cannot tarnish the reputation and the name of Powur. And so far, so good. We're doing a great job partnering with the local company. Rhino's wife is a Hawaii native with a nonprofit out here. So there's a lot of amazing things that are happening. I did put the Facebook group in the chat if you'd like to check it out. I'm going to show you a few pictures from the launch event here, which you could check out on Facebook. Sonova was in the house, Rachel McDonald from corporate. And we had a pretty awesome soft launch event at the lineup. So you could actually surf. It's kind of like the Top Golf, except surfing with golf. And there's Ducky, Rhino's wife. Some of the people in attendance here, Charles and Evangeline, and a lot of locals from Hawaii. There's the surfing. So pretty awesome event. Elu from Northern California, who was actually born and raised here. He's been connecting with the BNI networking groups here. He's here physically. We had dinner with him last night. He's meeting with realtors out here, and he's really, really gung-ho about Hawaii as well. So Bobby Smith jumped on Zoom. So far, so good. Super excited to launch Hawaii and be a part of it. And if you want to go on Instagram, you can also check out Go Local Power on Instagram and keep tabs on everything that's happening with Hawaii. And just a friendly reminder that when you are recruiting or attracting sales professionals and other solar pros to join Powur, the fact that we have Hawaii is pretty big. If you talk to a Freedom Forever, Titan, Lumio, or whoever else is that's not happy out there in the solar industry, they don't have Hawaii. And so if they want to join us and give us a try and put in a few leads in Hawaii, they can actually do that with Powur. So from many perspectives, the Hawaii launch and market, I feel, is just giving us a strong advantage. So if you have any questions on that, we'll do some Q&A in just a little bit. All right, one or two more things before we just switch to open office hours, Q&A session here, and maybe a few other shares if anyone wants to share. Especially if you're new here, solarmasterguide.com. You know, we say it all the time, but my brother took his 2 years of business and he's created this amazing resource for us all. So if you're new, the different things you should check, we have those different office hours as mentioned, the Monday office hour. And then this directory has tons of different tools. If you're new, steps to success, trainings you can attend, NEM 3.0 batteries, enterprise trainings. If you have questions about leads, even we have some health habits that a few of us practice as well. So solarmasterguide.com is just an amazing resource. You know, if you're newer here, you're trying to build your business, be successful, check out each sheet, each line by line, throw in a training every week or so. Highly recommend checking that out. And lastly, I just wanted to make sure that you all did get the Powur Monday newsletter here, so you can see a message from Jonathan Budd. The masterclass tomorrow is actually someone who used to help Elon Musk engineer the Powerwall at Tesla. So he is now with Span. We're going to hear from him tomorrow on stage live from headquarters. And they talk about the masterclass here in the newsletter. Shout out to Omar and Edgardo. Every week there's an accelerator. So if you pump the gas and you sell some deals with this summer sales contest, you could literally win $1,000 cash like Omar did in 1 week's time, which is exciting. Shows the leaderboard. If you want more info, the Summer of Champions is in there. Shout out to Jordan Shaw, John Bobness for doing the Monday Powur Hour. There's a Monday, 5 Pacific, 8 Eastern business showcase Powur Hour you all should be leveraging, inviting into, checking some out, attending, learning the lingo. And that's quite the lineup there, those 3 amazing leaders from last night. So I can't wait to see that recording. Powur World, summer graphics, guys, share these graphics, download them, save them, go to the marketing, right click on it, save the image, post it on social media. It's summertime. There's also a lot of articles out there about heat waves. You know, I think we had June was possibly the hottest month recorded in history. And so these are great articles to share on social media. The fact that we've had our hottest summer ever, hottest June on record. Generators are going crazy in Texas because there's massive heat waves. And we all know Texas grids shuts off with heat waves and ice storms. So there's a lot of craziness happening and you can capitalize on it, share the information and share some of the solar summer promotions and things like that as well. We had a price reduction on Canadian solar panels. And those are available in California, Texas, Arizona, Nevada, Idaho, Utah, and a few different states here. So lots more information in the newsletter. And of course, Building with Bobby at Friday, 9 Pacific, if you're looking to recruit more, build more. He has different amazing guests on there as well. And that's pretty much all I have for just some quick updates and trainings. Again, I really want to enforce, if you need to hop off, attend masterclass tomorrow, 9 to 12 Pacific. Attend your local market development meeting. We have lots of great trainings to come. We do have a project management operations training that Ashley and I are creating, and she's going to spearhead. We'll even invite corporate on here as well. So I'm going to go ahead and transition to just open office hour Q&A session at this time. And if you want to raise your hand or type questions into the chat, and if anyone else did want to share one or two things as well, I know we have a few different leaders on here and tier 3 on here as well. We'll go ahead and do that.
Jonathan Brunasso, can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir. Chris, how did the Power Hour go last night? Congratulations.
You know what? We didn't even catch it. We were still traveling down here to San Diego. I'm about 10 minutes from headquarters right now. We're gonna do some video. Oh, I got a turn. I missed my turn. We're gonna do some video training today, or training video taping today, and then we got the master class tomorrow. But I just wanted to touch on real quick, Mentor Factory. I just cannot stress that enough. I got started last year in September of 2022. I just surpassed $200,000 in earnings, but it's because I went to Mentor Factory in October. And if there's truly only 10 tickets left, then I know we got Masterclass tomorrow, we got Power World coming up, but push everything out of the way and make Mentor Factory happen. I didn't understand this business until I went last year, didn't know anybody in Power. I met you for the first time. I met JC Rangel, and I mean, it was incredible. So I just want to, I have nothing invested in it other than I'm going and I'm bringing a bunch of my team down there. But if there's 10 tickets left, then if there's 10 people on there, get those tickets, because it will revolutionize your business. It will put it on a rocket ship. I can't stress it enough. So that's all I had, Jonathan. I'm heading to HQ right now.
Awesome. Well, thank you for that testimonial, Chris. I put mentorfactory2023.com in the chat again. And if you are able to get down to Southern California, July 21st, 22nd, it really can shift your business and get things going. So thank you. Thank you. All right, John Bobness, I know you have been crushing it on the recruiting. So what do you have to share, my friend?
Hello, Mr. Brunasso. Thank you for the time. Aloha to you. Yes, sir. Quick question. I'm running into a lot of batteries, obviously, on my presentations. And sometimes people have kind of head junk about, oh, I only want a Tesla. I only want a Powerwall. So what are your quick bullet points that you talk to people? Because you have to strategically not say, hey, don't go Tesla, they're crap. But you also need to find a way to kind of go, okay, here's the pros and cons. What is your quick pro and con for why somebody should not go with a Tesla Powerwall versus what we're offering?
I would love if Owen, Cynthia, Jordan, Owen, did you want to push that? Maybe Jordan as well?
Yeah, so as you see here, I'm here with my kid right now. And if it was my house, I would put nothing on my house that has cobalt in it. If I'm using an Enphase or a Franklin battery, it's lithium iron phosphate. And if they actually mend, they actually don't start a fire, they cool each other down. So that would be one way I would approach it, of the law of safety. I would say Franklin and Enphase are safer than Tesla's batteries.
Do you not like a Solar Edge product?
Well, Solar Edge does have cobalt in it as well. It is more powerful. And since are we being recorded still?
Yeah, we are.
Okay, yeah, I think Solar Edge is still a really good option, but and I'm wearing their shirt, but you know, they are more powerful. It's still a good product. I think what I run into with Solar Edge is that Enphase and Franklin, Enphase in particular, has more of a brand recognition than Solar Edge battery right now. argument I have right now too with Tesla is they used to be very picky about who could sell their batteries, who can install their batteries. And now they've opened the floodgates so everybody can do them. So my line of reasoning is they're trying to sell as much of it as possible right now so they can move on to their next generation. So do you want a second generation product or do you want the newest state of art product?
Got it. Thanks.
Did anyone want to add on that?
Yeah, just real quick, I think that Tesla has a lower standard of sourcing their cells, their lithium ion cobalt cells than does either Franklin or Enphase, aside from the safety factors. So, you know, just the fact that you say, well, that's the Tesla name, but they're really not using their product. And that's, I think, a good shift for people to think, you know, your Tesla car is wonderful, but don't be fooled about the Tesla battery, because it's not really the Tesla battery.
Yeah, to piggyback on what everybody's saying, I see the exact same thing. Like, look, Tesla was the name in batteries 5 years ago, 6 years ago, right? They came out with this whole thing. We have much better batteries on the market, and the LFP battery is the more safer battery, as the first person talked about. If you even look at trends of Tesla, they're also putting the LFP batteries in their cars. It's going to take a while till they switch all their cars over to LFP, which they are a car company, #1 car company. Solar and battery are #2, way down the list. If they don't make their car goal, that's devastation. So they're going to make sure they switch all those batteries to LFPs, to the cars first, before they even make the change in the Powerwall.
And the pricing on those power walls also reflect that. Some of the vendors that I was working with for battery retrofits, they were selling $19,000 for one power wall. They didn't want to do one. They wanted to do multiple. And so I really talk about kind of like if they like the look of a power wall, lead with SolarEdge, because it looks visually appealing on the wall. Because a lot of times they just want it because of, oh, that looks really good, and I know the Tesla brand. But to your point, they're selling cars. I said Tesla makes great cars, you know, and their battery tech is probably one of their gold mines. But at the same time, what are they going to do? They're going to choose their car run over their power walls. I say the same thing. And so you can talk about the different value out of that. It's like, okay, AC coupled versus DC coupled, and you can go over that. I give them just a nice little snippet of a video, well, 5 reasons why SolarEdge storage might be for them. And it's directly from SolarEdge when I'm leading with that. If I'm doing expansions, then I'm immediately talking about a Franklin. I said, this is basically like a power wall. And I just say that. I said with the storage capacity, and in fact, it's actually a lot higher in terms of its output capacity than a power wall. Wouldn't that be great? So it's all about how you frame it.
And I really like the SolarEdge. You just have to show my face here, John, to close the deal. I'm just kidding.
I do that anyway, John.
Yeah. So I show this, and then I actually show my my phone even too. I share my app on my phone here and show them how cool it is that my battery's charging right now in Las Vegas and my EV's not plugged in. And I also say SolarEdge and Enphase are the 2 best inverter brands in the entire industry, and we actually have their battery as well for the full solution. You know, Tesla's, they don't do that. They don't make inverters. And so I just leverage that, and it is DC coupled, less conversions. And SolarEdge's warranty is also pretty solid. It's like unlimited cyclings and unlimited throughput. And when you dig into some of the other warranties, they actually have a certain number of cyclings or throughput limitations that might not make it the full 10 years. It might make it 7 or 8 years, depending on the warranty. So
here's the question. Is the Tesla car battery not the same as the Tesla Powerwall battery?
It's the Tesla, it's the old Tesla. So some of the Tesla batteries that are in some of the cars that haven't made the switch over to the newer LFP batteries that they're switching over, like Model Y is pretty much on the new batteries, but some of the S and X's are still not switched over to the new battery. So they are using that same technology in the Powerwall as they're using in most likely SX and some of the Model 3s, like the long range Model 3.
I would agree, though, that's the case I build when I'm working against a Tesla battery too, is the fact that it has that LFP technology. So, hey, we already have a battery that has that. that Tesla's currently trying to switch over to. And my opinion, we're being recorded, my opinion is that, yeah, they're offloading those batteries. That's why they're inexpensive. You know, they have a lot of them. They're trying to get rid of them. I do believe that the lithium phosphate batteries too are the only ones that are UL certified. UL certification is like the godfather of fire safety in the home. And I don't believe that the Tesla Powerwall is UL certified because of its combustion factor, its higher ability to combust in the home. Once you use that verbiage too with a homeowner, they're like, what? Combustible?
Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense. Thank you.
You guys can always reference third parties as well. Joe Ordier, he was at SolarCon. I follow his stuff, Solar Surge. He has a great video that I put in the chat, and he does a specific Powerwall versus Franklin comparison. And Franklin beat the Powerwall pretty healthily. So sometimes if we use third parties, it always comes off better than us trying to argue the point of us trying to push our way. So just a thought.
And also to piggyback, I mean, Jonathan, I will tell you, they do make their own inverters now. So Tesla has gotten away. They do make their own inverters as well. And the purpose they're making their own inverters is eventually when the Powerwall Plus, the next generation of Powerwall will be a bi-directional battery with inverter. They are going that direction, but currently right now in the market, they are not there.
Another thing too, while we're on the subject, is like the Enphase battery, for example, it's composed of several microinverters. So it does have a lower point of failure as well versus like a Tesla Powerwall battery.
Good stuff. I'm going to go ahead and end this recording. We'll still hang on here, but just to end the recording and get a video asset for us all.